Assalamualaikum मेरा
Nepal.
Assalamualaikum मेरो नाम Rabia.
Assalamualaikum, मेरो nama Maria.
Welcome to
Relations
Nepal. Today we are going to react on the I met a Kumari child goddess in Nepal. And the channel name is
Khalid Al-Amari.
Let's watch it.
Let's.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are learning about a very important aspect of Nepali culture, and that is that of the Kumari, the living embodiment of the Hindu goddess. And today we're going to be meeting several Kumaris who are very sacred in the Nepali culture, tradition and religious practices. And as a Muslim, I have completely different beliefs from that of Hinduism and Buddhism. So I'm curious to see what this practice is, what this element of culture is, and why it's so sacred to the people and the culture of Nepal. Nepal has the largest percentage of Hindus in the world and also one of the largest number of Buddhist communities. Both religions are very intertwined, and as a result, a fascinating practice has emerged: the Kumaris. Kumaris are young girls that are worshipped as the living embodiments of a Hindu goddess. Today, I am here to learn as much as possible about the Kumaris. And what better way to do this than spending the day with Chanira, an ex-Kumari, to understand what it was like for her and what it means to be a Kumari. So this is you?
Yes.
Oh wow. As much as I've watched about Kumaris and read about Kumaris, I still don't understand, is it a Hindu thing? Is it a Buddhist thing?
The girl who is selected as a goddess, she comes from a Buddhist family. But then the goddess is a Hindu goddess. She's a representation of a Hindu goddess. So it's like a Buddhist girl is selected to represent a Hindu goddess. So both the Buddhist people and the Hindu people both worship Kumari. So it's kind of a very good example of religious tolerance in Nepal.
Chanira was the Kumari of a city called Patan, also known as Lalitpur. But there are actually more Kumaris around Nepal, and for each Kumari and the region, the practices and traditions are different. Right now, we are headed straight into the temple of the current Kumari of Lalitpur. Alright, so now we're in the courtyard of the current Kumari of Patan. This is the courtyard where they actually get selected.
There's a particular community, this community, it's called Ratnakar Mahavihar. Only the daughters of this particular community can be the Kumari.
So it's
They
a
can
family
apply
thing.
for Kumari,
It's a family,
yeah.
okay. We now head to the apartment of the Kumari, up a steep wooden staircase, first taking off our shoes, then cleansing our hands. The cute little brother of the Kumari, Morgan, was there to host us.
Hi,
Morgan!
Namaste.
I learned that he was named after Morgan Freeman, who came here to visit them a few years ago. There's the picture of Morgan Freeman. So now we're waiting for the current Kumari to get dressed up, and then she's going to go to her throne. That's when we're going to get to meet her. Who are these people meeting her?
He's the ex-Prime Minister, KP Oli.
Oh, okay. Then we finally met the Kumari's mother.
The mother of President Kumari.
I'm Khalid. The teddy, who's it for? The pink teddy?
Kumar is playing.
Oh, Kumari plays with it? So what we just saw was the Kumari's mother picking her up and taking her to the throne. Now her feet can't touch the ground because in the culture here, the land is considered also as a god. So a god can't touch another god. And also because if she gets a cut on her feet, she ceases to be a goddess. Now we go in. And that's when the ceremony started. It started with an offering of flowers, then various fruits, and finally, samebaji, a typical dish of the region. The ceremony and the offerings are carried out of devotion to the goddess and ends with the devotee being blessed by the Kumari on the forehead. She's very focused. It's definitely get that vibe that she's at work now. She knows she's at work. This is her duty. This is all so fascinating to me because it's so different than anything I have ever been accustomed to. You see, here they bow, like in my religion, Islam, but they bow to a human incarnation of a god, whereas I bow to Allah and Allah alone. Once the ceremony finished, the Kumari is taken back to her room. So now we're going to go interview the parents to understand the impact that their daughter being a Kumari has on the family and the process that they went through to make the decision, because it is a choice, to have their daughter become a Kumari. What is life like as the parents of a Kumari? Is it difficult?
Initially, when their daughter was selected as a goddess, it was kind of difficult for them because they had to, leave their jobs and stay at her home all time to take care of her daughter. And now they feel that they're very blessed to have, served her daughter as a goddess. So they feel really lucky.
So now we're about to meet the oldest living Kumari. We have been told that she is over 70 years old and still a Kumari. Now we're gonna find out why.
Kumaris are replaced when she has her first period. But then in her case, this is one of the very unique case in history that she never had her period. That's why she continued to become an official Kumari for almost 32 years. Due to her age, she was replaced with another young girl as an official Kumari, but then she chose to continue her life as a Kumari.
Again, like the first ceremony, I washed my hands before entering the room. So the reason that we washed our hands with holy water before we came in is to take away of any impurities. That's pretty much, you see it with everywhere that we went to before we go into a mosque. We do wudu. Before I went to the Golden Temple at Amritsar, we had to clean up, and it's just the same thing, and you see all these small similarities. There we saw the Kumari. She remained so still during our time there, almost like she was meditating and connecting with the energy around her, as well as the worshippers who came to be blessed by her. It's a very silent process. It's very giving. It's like an offering for an offering. And I couldn't help but think about the life of the old Kumari, all the people who have come to visit her through the generations, what she has learned from them, and why she chooses to continue after all these years. To some, it is a duty, but for me, I think it's pure faith, a faith that we could all feel in that room. But then a question came to me. Who is the Kumari when she is not sitting on her throne?
When she is sitting on that throne, she has to be serious, but when she gets out of her, she can talk with us. And she's also very casual like us.
Oh, is it? When you see your auntie there as the Kumari, does it bring back memories of when you were a Kumari?
Yeah, of course. Of course it do. When I was a Kumari, people used to treat me like a princess. Like all my wishes were fulfilled, and everyone is coming to see you from all over the world. So it was like secluded, but then amazing world inside the temple. I could live a life as a goddess, and now that I'm living a normal life, so two lives in one life. So I feel that I'm very blessed and lucky to have been a goddess. So for 10 years I was living a life of a goddess. Like I was kind of pampered. The day when I was outside, you're a normal girl and you don't know what is the meaning of being normal, right? So for 2 to 3 months it was really hard to get used to the normal life. I adjusted, I coped with the society within 6 months.
How's life now?
Now it's great. I just completed my master's in business administration, and I'm now doing a job as a credit analyst, and everything is good.
Our last stop of the day is a city right outside Kathmandu to visit a Kumari with a more lenient life. She's looking at me now. Why did they ring the bell?
Good for vibration.
Oh.
So nothing good for health.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I got a gift, so a banana and a flower. Thank you so much. So the caretakers, they've not stopped smiling since they've been here. She's been smiling every single second. So when she comes here to perform her duties as a Kumari, the caretakers are here for every single thing that she needs until her parents sort of come pick her up and she goes back home. When I watched the videos about the Kumaris, there was a sense that you got that they were alone or secluded or
kept away from the world and everyone else. I guess what I've seen is a different perspective.
Since 2007, like a lot of changes has been brought in this tradition, like because Kumaris used to face a lot of problem when she goes outside to the society. Kumaris were not allowed to have friends back then, but now like there's a change in rule that friends can come in to her place so that she can have some sort of interaction and she can learn some social skills. They are learning music and dance within the palace. She can have some talent when she goes out from that life.
What's your name? Luniva Vajracharya. What's her favorite thing to eat?
Huh? Chocolate?
Chocolate? Chocolate? Give me that. Kumari, can I have a piece of chocolate? Kumari.
Nada, sir.
All right, thank you so much. It was lovely to meet you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you.
Bye. You got a bye? Yes, that's it. A good wave. We got a bit of a wave. Thank you so much.
For me, interacting with this cute little girl, it is easy to forget that she is still very much a goddess, someone who is revered and worshipped by many. I had some expectations about what I was gonna see today, but in telling this story, it was important for me to keep an open mind, to truly understand what their lives are like and why this culture of Kumaris is still very much alive today.
So in a lot of the videos about Kumari, there's a lot of negative comments like that this culture is bad, it's against the child right and all these things because she's not allowed to smile, she doesn't have her own life, she's not allowed to have education. But the real thing is she can do everything like outside her life as a Kumari. So there's a certain hours like where she has to sit for rituals, and in that time she's not allowed to smile. She's supposed to remain serious because that's how she shows that she's being possessed by the goddess. So the power is within her. But when she's outside of that place, she's a normal girl. She can study, she can play with her friends. So that part is kept private, so people don't know about that, and that's why. Yeah.
Even when we interviewed the parents of the current Kumari of Patan, the parents spoke about how they raised the girl behind the Kumari.
How are you preparing for life after she's a goddess, when she goes to become a normal child?
They have been providing the best of the education that they can give to their daughter inside the palace, and they have been like teaching their daughter with arts and music and whatever is possible inside the temple, and also like they're arranging for the ex-Kumaris like us to guide her daughter when.
Oh, okay. So it's like mentorship. So you're like a mentor to her, something. Yeah. Okay.
As long as things are going into a positive way, I believe it's good to preserve our culture and support it, but change it, modify it according to the time, the demand of times.
Too many people like to form an opinion on the smallest amount of information. They form an opinion about everything about you. You're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, you're this, with zero information. That's what I always try to do, like with different places that I visit, is to use my curiosity to understand, because it's only by having these conversations and talking that this religious tolerance that you talked about, that we can all come closer as communities and as a world, inshallah. Thank you so much. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a day that we spent learning about the significance and the impact that Kumari culture has on the country and on the families that are part of it. At the end of these videos, I usually give my thoughts, my opinions. Today, I don't want to do that. I came here to learn, to listen. I came here with an open mind to understand who Kumaris are, who their families are, what their role is in Nepali society and the religions that worship them. And I've come away a better person. I'm a Muslim. I have very different beliefs than the people I've spent the day with. But it's only when we all come together and just seek to listen, just seek to understand, that we all become better, because we've all become closer. And that's how I feel today, closer to these people. Much love, and God bless. All in there. So we have Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, Hindu,
Yeah.
Christian, and you are? Buddhist. Hi. All in one room learning about each other, and I think this is how we take the world forward, inshallah. God bless. Peace.
Wow, mashallah.
Wow. Inshallah. This is interesting.
Yes. Thank you for sharing this to the world,
Yeah.
Khalid.
I also have this curiosity
Mhm.
because there are many religions,
Mhm.
many
Yeah,
religions
in this
in the world. So if we only know little information, we assume this and that is unfair for them. So it's good to have this detailed video so that we learn something new and something more about their belief, their culture, and the gesture. The Kumari, mashallah, yeah, cute.
Yeah, they are cute.
Yeah, they're not allowed to smile.
Smile.
Yeah.
Need to make a serious face.
Yeah, I understand that. It makes sense because when you're on top, if you're small, you become child. You know, as a normal child, if you smile and playful, it's doesn't look like it doesn't suit the character. So yeah, it makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love to learn something about this because so far by now we don't have a chance to go to their country to learn about their culture. So with this kind of video we can learn about it.
You know, some people mention that, oh, you want to learn other people's religion, don't do that. You might convert to their religion, and so on. I think it's not true. The reason why we have that curiosity and we want to learn other religion is because of to understand better. Like what Khalid did is to find a similarity, like to wash hand, to take off the shoes. It's a manner.
Yeah.
I would say it's a manner. That's good.
True.
So, but it doesn't change the belief.
Yes.
Yeah, the faith. Alright, guys, thank you so much for your suggestion. If you like this video, please share it with your family members and friends. Don't forget to share it on your social media as well. Please subscribe our channel Malaysian Girl Reactions Nepal and follow our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and also TikTok Malaysian Girl Reactions. Thank you so much. Till next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.